let's say you're looking for a grant to pay rent. So many people are having a tough time paying rent because rents are going up and housing prices are going up, so you can't buy a house as much. So now, during the pandemic, it was pretty easy. There was a national program, and so but it gave money to every state to help people pay for rent. And you could get $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and also utility bills. Now, there's still some drippings of that around the country that you may be able to find. And here's where you go to find them, what's left of the national program. And if you go to ncsha.org, ncsha.org, and you put in, you're looking for the rental assistance program. So up on the top, emergency rental assistance, and then there'll be a map of the United States, and it'll show you who may have money left. And there's about a dozen to 15 states or more that may have money left. So you click on your state and you find the state office to call. So you call them and see what they have. They may or may not have it for you, but you can't stop there because there's always been rent grant money in every, I've been doing this for 50 years, and there's always been rent grant money for people who can't pay their rent. And it's usually local, county, state, and things like that. So that's what you have to switch gears and find out. But when you go to your state office, you could ask them for other sources. See, every source that you contact, you ask them for where else can I get this? Do you know of anybody else? Because they're the best one to ask because they're in the business of helping people pay their rent. So if they don't have any money, they are most likely to know of other people that do have money or possibly have money. Now, it's a game of chance, but it's a numbers game. The more you contact, the more you're going to get. Okay, so then you go, if that doesn't work, then you go to findhelp.org. Okay, findhelp.org. And then there you put in your zip code. And you put in, let's see, for my zip code, here it is, yeah. Okay, I put it in for Tampa, Florida. I put it in for Tampa, Florida. And then they say they have 72 organizations that help money for rent. Okay, so now you went from one, that was a national, and they have one source for your state. Now, if you go local, like in Tallahassee, or Tampa, Florida, not Tallahassee, Tampa, there's 72 organizations, and they're all listed and described and the hours of operation, and you start calling them. You go to the top and start calling them. Now, I think there's another good way too. See, all these are free. You don't have to give me money to find out about it. You don't have to vote anybody, but the only way to use these is stay away from Google. If you're going to go in Google and put you need rent grants, the sharks are going to have to, they smell blood in the water, or somebody needs help, and I could talk them into giving me money and pretending I'm going to help them. I'm sure they're not all like that, but that's the general feeling you're going to get. And you're going to get because all the people that give grants are nonprofit organizations and government offices, and that's .gov, G-O-V, or .org, which is a nonprofit organization. You go in Google and you're going to get 1 billion websites, probably like 200 million, and 100% will all be people who want to get money from you, because that's what Google's all about. It's a way to make money, right? Find people in trouble and say you can solve the problem. Well, the only one people are really going to give you money are people in government offices or nonprofit organizations. So I would just skip, stay away from Google. But that's a biased opinion. I'm sure there's maybe some nonprofits or for-profits that help. It's hard. They're still going to get money from you. They have to, because they're going to advertise in Google. And Google wants their money. Google wants their money. Google wants the money. So these people don't have it. The people who actually give the grants don't have advertising money. So you want to go to them. Okay, that's one way to find them. Another way to find them, and I think it's pretty good now because this is AI. Now, the one I use is ChatGTP. You could use any of them, and you probably get the same one. And be careful what you put in when you ask a question. Now, I'm going to give you all the links to this in the description below. So I put in here on ChatGPT, and this is 4.0 or 0, whatever it is. But you could do it 3.5 or the lowest one. You'll probably get the same, close to it. But here's what I put in. Can you give the websites for 30 government offices and nonprofit organizations that help people with paying rent in Tampa, Florida? Okay, so can you give me the websites for 30 government offices and nonprofit organizations that help with paying rent in Tampa, Florida? Woo, okay? And this is so easy to use. And you got 30 of them here. Hillsborough County Social Services, Catholic Charities, Metropolitan Ministries, Salvation Army, Tampa Housing Authority, United Way, St. Vincent de Paul, de Paul, Homeless Coalition of Hillsborough, Neighborhood Service Centers, Bay Area Legal Services, Crisis Center. I mean, look at all that. Lutheran Services, Family Services, Tampa Crossroads, University Area Community Development, Tampa Bay Network to End Hunger, Jewish Family Communities. I mean, it goes on and on. There's 30 here. It keeps going. Mary and Martha House, whatever, the McDonald Training Center, Covenant House. Wow. Then I put in, hey, give me 20 more. And it goes on. None of them are mentioned above. That's 20 more. And that's for rent. So already you have 50 with just the websites. See, these are real programs. And that's why I did this, to show you two places, because this is real money that's out there sitting to help you. But people don't know. People don't know how to get it. People don't know what to say. You should not ever worry about what to say. They're there to help people, and all you have to say is, I need help. So you go to the websites or find help or whatever, you start calling. And if one can't help you, then you go to the next one. I need help. And that's what you say. I need help. Okay, so that is all you have to do. Now let me go. I did another one here, and this is for utilities. So you have to pay utilities. Okay, can you show me websites for 30 nonprofit organizations and government offices that help people pay their utilities in Tampa, Florida? So you go to the one of the AIs and use the free ones and use the same language and see what they came up. Man, 30 was no problem at all. I got 30, Bay Area, Tampa. It's really a lot of the same people that are in the first one. Redlands Christian Migrant Association, Tampa Crossroads, Grace Point Wellness, Children's Home Network, Big Brothers and Sisters. They all give money for utilities. And then I asked for 50 more, please. Oh, and here it goes. The County on Aging Services, Love Inc. in Metro Tampa. Wow, people are loving it. Rebuilding them Together. That's a great organization. Mary and Martha House. We talked about that earlier. Dress for Success in Tampa. They help them with utilities. Dress for Success. Healthy Start Coalition. Pinellas Opportunity Council. Positive Spin. Listen, all these nonprofit organizations. Computer Mentors Group. Yeah, they help with utilities. Women's Resource Center. Wow. They're all there, see, but they don't advertise, so you never know. Let's do one more. I want to show you what else. Okay, so if you can't pay your rent, you're worried about being evicted, aren't you? Okay, well, you could do the same thing here. Show me 20 websites of nonprofit organizations and government offices that can provide free legal help to stop eviction in Tampa, Florida. Free legal help to stop eviction in Tampa, Florida. See, if you Google that, you're going to get every lawyer and his cousin promising you the world, as long as you give them money. None of these people will ask for money. Absolutely zero. Zero, zero, zero. That's what government is about. That's what nonprofit organization is about. Otherwise, they'd be a .com. And that's why, okay, then I said, okay, give me 20 more. Wow, they gave me 20 more. So you have a legal problem with you worried about that you call these people up, call 2 or 3, 4 or 5 of them to make sure you know your options. You just don't talk to one and believe what they say. No, you can't do that. You have to talk to more than one and see what your options are. Then you choose and go forward, okay? And that's how to get money for rent. But remember, it's going to take work on your part. I know you would love to have me just give you a website. Hey, this is it. You fill it out. Bam, bam, bim, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, but most of life doesn't work that way. I mean, occasionally it does. But don't count on it. Because if you count on it, then you're going to stop. And if you stop, I know you're not going to get anything. So the key is don't stop. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. And there's a song there in my head somewhere about that. You got to keep going. And all the sources. And don't get sucked into Google, because you'll get sucked into Google. You'll find some sweet talking person who's going to be able to get money out of you because they spend 24 hours a day trying to decide and figuring out what to say to you so they get your money. You don't want to go near that. Please don't. Okay? And that's what we try to do at letsgohelp.com, is train people to do that. You know, and so all these things, we give you special reports on anything you want. We'll help you 100 times a day to get money and help to do anything you want in life. I'm convinced there is something, government programs, there's millions of these programs that nobody knows about, and we teach you how to use them. And we also have members teach you. I mean, right today, there's 2, 3, 4 hours of members that are live on our websites that you could log on and just ask them a question. How'd you get this money? They're members who got money. There's people like me and the other people that are research experts give free help too. We never charge you more than $20. You can eat all you want and ask us 100 questions a day. And we give away grants. Every month we give away $70,000. So apply to our grants. And there we have 4 different grants every month. You apply to every one of them every month. But you can only win them once, so you can win 4 grants from us. $70,000 every month. Let me help you too.